we are here. Day late. What's the saying? Day late and a dollar short. But anyway, we're now here today. Sorry about yesterday. Just a lot of stuff happened. My wife has a bad back like I do, and sometimes it just really hits her hard, and it did Sunday night into, no, Tuesday night, Monday night into Tuesday. And so I had a lot of stuff I had to do in the morning. So Gabe was able to get her down to urgent care because we had to get her steroids refilled and a few other things, muscle relaxants and all that. So she's good. She took one more day off, and then she'll probably be really good by tomorrow. So, but it kind of killed yesterday completely because I was hoping to have Gabe with me in the morning yesterday. We were going to get everything done like in an hour, but was supposed to only be for an hour. It took about 3 hours for me yesterday. So kind of killed the morning, but we're good. Everybody's good. So that's what was going on. So we are here today, and we're going to do some building today. So
Carl and Crochet Lady say hi.
Hi, glad you joined us. So today what we're going to do, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but I'll show it when we do the walk around here. The weight of this is bowing this down in. So we've printed the 15 pieces we need, the I-beams that go inside here between the tracks. So we're going to be placing this in its final position today, taping it in place, and then measuring where all the little I-beams go, making marks, then taking them over and gluing them into place. Gabe will be with me for roughly about another hour, and then he has class today, so he will be headed out about 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then I'll just be here, probably just running some trains for a little bit after that. We'll try to get as much work done as we possibly can in this period of time. And then we'll do some running. So we're not going to do any running right off the bat. We're just going to get this done so he can be monitoring it and helping answer questions I missed while I'm gluing and doing all that.
Great Northern says good morning.
Good morning, Great Northern. So we are here. So what we're going to do is a quick little, for those that haven't been here, we'll do a quick little pan around. Something changed over here. I'll show you on the side. We've had a lot of requests to get this stuff out of the way, so we're starting to get stuff out of the way. So you'll see it here in just a few seconds, and then we'll set it up over here, and then I'll start working on the I-beams, wrapping those up, and then we'll bring the camera back over, and I'll sit over here probably somewhere, get this tower off, and then we'll start working on the track area. So, hope you guys are having a good Wednesday. I'm off right now big time because of when my wife's off, and plus we had the holiday, so we've had 2 days. It's like a 4-day weekend, so it's hard for me to get back in the sync and rhythm of everything. So, but anyway, we will be doing probably our next live stream will be on Friday for sure too. That will probably, we'll start working on really getting this area cleared here so I can start doing the painting.
Josh says hi, how are you?
Hi Josh, glad you joined us. Doing okay. So we're hope you're doing good too. So we are. I'll get this picked up so you guys can see everything that's been done. What we did up here. Almost had a bit of a disaster when I was taking something off up here. Some stuff fell and I almost took out my elevated track. So it kind of rested on it, but it didn't look like it did any damage. So I'm thankful for that. So
Josh says I'm doing good.
Good. All right. So let's get to this because, like I said, I only have an hour with Gabe here to monitor questions and stuff. And so we'll show everything that's happened, and then we'll get to it. Okay, so as you can see, the shelf is now gone that we had up here. And a little later today, I'll back out of the room, and you can see how much better it looks with all these buildings in place. So this was what we worked on. What day was this? Sunday? Sunday. This is what we worked on Sunday, getting this whole thing completely done. So like I said, let me see if I can show you the bowing here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's really bowing right here. So I've got all the I-beams now, so we'll be putting a set of I-beams between the tracks all the way back through here. So it also helps support the station that we have right here. So we'll be working on that. I've got the I-beams right here. Just got to finish filing those, and then we'll be ready to go. Now, if it starts flickering, that's because we are now printing we've got all of the side pieces for the 3 that we're making for sale. So we've got all of these side pieces printed here, so now we're working on printing all the faces. So that's, we'll be working on that. Let's see, I'm working on parts list for a layout. I'm eyeing, oh, okay, very good. All Kato, excellent. Okay, so let's get this set up over here for a little bit. I'm not going to run anything because I'm not going to take anything off. This is only going to take me a few minutes to get this done, and then we've got to be working in here pretty good. I will run stuff a little later today after I get all this in so we can test clearances like I said. So for right now, we're just going to set this up. Gabe, could you come set this up for me over the work area? This should be a pretty good spot about right here. If you just want to aim it down, get it right down in this area.
Yeah, are you running anything right now?
No, I'm not going to run anything until we are done with the platform.
Okay.
All right, so let's see here.
Yep.
Okay, so these are.
Did you see Great Northern's message?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
What you might answer too.
Hi Great Northern. Working on a parts list for a layout I'm eyeing, avocado.
So I'm assuming this is a layout. What you were saying there, I'm assuming you found a layout track plan you like. So if that's what you meant, yeah, then you're just seeing what you got to have for track and everything for it. I'm guessing that's what you meant versus like buying a real layout, buying a layout that's already put together. So yes, okay, yeah. All right,
cool.
So what we're doing real quick is I've already got these things. I've got all the supports out of the channels for the I-beams, and I've already done the grinding on the sides here. So now all that's left is just to do the filing and finish touches, and then we can get to working on it over there on the actual layout. So all I'm doing is just this.
Ethan and Bruh say hi.
Oh, hey, how you guys doing?
Hey there. Great Northern says, still trying to figure out height before I put legs on.
Height of the layout, I'm assuming? Yeah. We were talking about that before. You were thinking about getting up to like a 4 foot high for a stool, I think. So yeah, you definitely want to get that right. I mean, later you could always you could take the legs off if you wanted to, and either add on or you could put those levelers on, which gives you like an extra about 4 inches in height. You can always put those on, which most people do anyway, just to make sure they can level the track anyway. That'll also allow you to adjust with like a 4-inch difference.
Since you missed my previous class.
Gabe's going in to check. So we're just doing this real quick. This is just what I'm doing is getting all the plastic, what I call burrs, down from the grinding because it melts this. It melts this filament. So in order to get things smooth, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not like it's going on anything. It has to be smooth for anything. It's just so that when I paint it, everything looks nice and smooth so that when we're running the flat car with the camera underneath, it'll all look nice. Let's see. I'm working roulette set with your 3D printer. Well, that's something you can do with it, yeah. Did you say Crochet Lady was here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking through our texts, Great Northern. It may not have gone through. We saw about your Kato set. Hiawatha.
Yeah, that was a nice looking set.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that I didn't notice that was that Concourse set. Is that what that set was?
Oh, yeah, that message didn't go through Great Northern. He says, bought some foam and built the frame for the table last night.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, we didn't get that message.
Yeah.
Very cool. So you're moving right along. So have you gotten kind of a general size area that you're working on? Oh, it's the Olympia?
Yeah, Olympian.
Very good.
Yeah, cool. Ethan says the roulette didn't come with a ball, so I had to find one.
Oh. That's not too hard.
No.
We just about got this first bit of filing, and then we'll get the other, and then we'll go back over on the layout, move that one tower off, and we will tape that down so I get these all marked exactly where they need to be, so I can bring it over here and glue them to the bottom. And then we'll have to see what I've got to dig out as far as roadbed and scenery goes to make it level. Have to make marks on the actual surface and dig a little bit out, I'm sure, to get these legs to sit flat.
Josh says, I got 3 new engines on Saturday the 14th on Valentine's Day in DuPont, Illinois.
Very good. What'd you get? What scale is it?
Great Northern says, I'm sticking with a 4x8 table.
Well, that's a good idea.
This is my first real run at it, so I'm using it as a learning experience on all fronts.
Perfect. Yep, perfect.
That's the thing to do.
And a 4x8, you can get a lot in a 4x8 spot.
Yeah, it's N scale.
Yeah, that's about half what we have here in size, because we're only sitting at a 7x9. So if you look at it that way, I mean, we're building a whole city and everything. So you should be able to pack quite a bit into a 4-foot by 8-foot spot. That'll be fine.
Now they can't see you doing that.
That's okay. I showed what I was doing. I was just filing it. All I'm doing is just like I said, I'm just filing these little burrs off. That's what you're hearing. There's nothing really to see on this.
Rubbing back and forth.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get that print starting.
Okay.
Load the new roll of filament, and then I'll keep on chatting.
Yep. Like I said, Gabe will only be here until 11 o'clock with us, so I'm trying to get as much work done as possible, and then when he goes, I'll just be shifting this over mostly to running and just answering questions at that point. So trying to get the work end of it done right off the bat. So all I'm doing is just filing these with the different files. This little file is the cleanup file. The big one takes the stuff down, and the little one just does the cleanup. Gabe had to run downstairs real quick. We got in 2 new rolls of filament. So with getting this last bit started on these ones we're putting up for sale, these big flat faces that are on the Artemis section, they take quite a bit of filament to do. We'll probably burn through a full roll just doing that. Those 5 pieces that we got to do. So we're going to be, like I said, we'll be switching over here. Not much more to go on this. Like I said, this is just probably irrelevant to do, but I'm doing it anyway. It's not going to really change how, once it's all painted, I doubt you'd ever see any of the irregularities on these beams, but most things I'll know it's there. So that OCD, you know, got to make everything right. Oh, I like look at the wall where the shelf came down. Yes, I agree. Okay, and the engines there: Southern Pacific, Milwaukee Road, and PepsiCo. Cool. Did you order the engines, or were you like a train show? A lot of train shows going on right now. Speaking of which, we will be live streaming from the Mad City Train Show this Sunday, so do not forget. You want to? He's going to be talking. Gabe's going to be doing a live stream that day. And he's going to be going around and talking to all the manufacturers. So if you have any questions or anything of the manufacturers while he's in the booth, if you want to ask them, you'll be able to do it.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
So you'll just be like you're at the train show yourself if you have any questions of the big manufacturers, because all of them are supposed to be there: Athearn, Atlas, Kato, everything, Woodland Scenics, all the whole batch, scale trains, everything is supposed to be there this weekend. Like I said, it's the second biggest one of the entire area. At a train show. Cool. So that's where you found the engines. Excellent. Yeah, I'm waiting until we do the Rockford Foot Show before I'll start to buy. Mad City's great for going to train, or for looking at videos, but or not looking at videos, but looking at layouts, but not so much for buying, because it's guys that are having to make back their booth cost, and it's usually pretty pricey. I've found that over the years. I mean, it could change. I'm not sure. At the train show, I just posted, said hi. Oh, hi, Ethan. Huh?
No.
Okay. All right, got one to go, and then we're heading back over to layout to get the camera set up over there so you can see all the stuff I've got to do to get to this stage of gluing these on. It'll be nice getting this support on that. I could have moved the thing off, but I was too lazy. The building, well, not too lazy, I just had a mountain of stuff I had to do. Okay, so now that's all filed, so I can fold this stuff back down. I'm going to need this pencil. Get this stretched out here. I don't know how much room this top's going to take. I need this, and I need the needle nose. I need the long needle nose that are over here, so I can take my marks and hold them in place. Okay. Ah. Yep. Just hit my head for the bazillionth time on that underhang because I was reaching down and getting tools. Okay, so I got these. I'll take one over to use for measuring. So let's get this. And we're going to put it right, I think, about here. Let's see, is that going to be pretty good? Do I need to back this out some? I'm probably going to need to back this out just a little bit. I've got to get some stuff put out of the way here. Try to get the whole... Did you zoom this in?
Yes.
Okay, but I keep doing this, and I'm not getting the whole thing in here. Ah, yeah, that's the ticket. Okay, that should probably do it. All right, so what we're going to have to do here is, first thing I'll do is I'll take and push that to the back. Then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put it right here, tucked out of the way. Shouldn't block you guys from seeing what we're doing. Oh, no.
Please zoom it out a little bit more.
I think it's zoomed out completely. Oh, wasn't.
Oh, falling buildings.
That's why I got those tops off.
Yep.
This stuff doesn't matter. Yeah. So, okay, so there's that. I'll put this over here. And this comes off right here. Okay. So, what I've got to do now is I've got to get this set where I want it to be placed permanently, where it's going to be at. So I'm trying to make this kind of same distance, making sure I have plenty back here. That should be pretty good. Now I just need some tape. All right. So we are going to make sure everything here looks right where I want, because once I do this, I'm kind of committed. I should be committed, but... Oh, we got to measure. Well, I have this off. We're going to take these measurements and get these other I-beams made.
Yeah.
I only need 3 more. All right, so I think that's going to be good right there. Okay. All right. All I'm doing is I'm going to try to keep this from moving back and forth, so when I... Oh, that's great. Why did you come undone? to re-glue that one, but that's all right. I'll put a little glue on there. Okay, well, probably when the weight was on there, it popped.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm sure that's probably what it was.
Yeah.
All right, so nothing has moved. I'm gonna try to keep this off my painted area, but I need to get it back here to keep this end area done. That. I'm gonna do another one just to play it safe. I hear the printer going.
Yep. Yeah, I got the front started.
You want to make a note on these sizes, and I'll just give them to you real quick?
Yeah.
All right, let me find my clear plastic. There it is. Okay. So we need one that's going to be
with both squares on the ends, right?
Right. 3 1/8, and 3 3/16, and 3 9/16.
Do you want these printed first?
No.
Okay.
Because I can add those on whenever. Everything that's over here is super lightweight, and once I get the legs on, it's not going to matter.
Yeah.
Okay. So, get my pencil. This will be the hard part. I've got to put these right.
Crochet Lady says, isn't it going to be hard to add stuff as well as lights if you make it permanent now?
Well, it's not permanent now. This is just temporary, the tape. So all I'm doing right now is getting myself to the point of being able to glue these legs on, and I'm still not permanent at that point. I'm not going to glue anything down until much, much later. All I'm doing is just making marks here where the center of the beam has to be. I'm trying to be straight up and down. I'm sorry if my hand's in the way and you guys can't see this, but you'll see what we're doing as soon as I get it over the table. All I've done is make a little mark right here, which is the center of between the tracks right here, so that the beam will sit right where it's supposed to sit. And I'm trying to be as straight up and down as I can on this. I'm pretty close. I'll be close enough anyway. And that's why I put the tape on, is because I keep hitting it. And this way it doesn't shift out on me. You can definitely tell where I don't have the beams coming across. All right, just 2 more to go. And we'll see. We'll glue them on. I might have to adjust some, but that's all right, as long as they're mostly in place and centered, we're good. Okay. So next step will be you have to move the camera again for me, because I'll be bringing everything over here. That didn't take too long. I'll have to make little marks down there on the landscape material that will, you know what I'm gonna do? Now that I've got this open, well, I'm sitting here.
Oh, Crochet Lady says, sorry, I misunderstood. Phew. It was easy to see the bow of the girder from the weight of the building.
Oh, okay. No problem. I'm just making a mark where these are supposed to go, so I'll know. Fair enough on that. Okay. And here. Just so I kind of know where I'm at on everything. This all gets covered by landscape material, so. Okay. Pull this out of here. See if I got room. I do. More or less.
I'm going to set it
Yeah,
up.
if you want to set it back up over here, that'd be fine. All right. Got to get the new bottle of glue opened up. So I definitely forgot to put the cap on the old bottle. So new bottle today.
There we go.
Perfect.
Now, Great Northern, if you want to post like photo updates of your layout as you're working on it, or like pickups and whatnot, feel free to do that in the community section.
Exactly.
That goes for anyone here. If you
Yeah.
want to share anything about your layout, just
Yeah, like the
post
guy
it
that
in-
got the 3 engines.
Yeah.
Wants to show the engines he's got. He's more than welcome to do that.
Yeah, feel free, Josh.
All right.
It's just on our main channel page. If you click on our profile picture, it should say community page, and you can make a post from there.
All right.
We'd love to see it.
We're gonna just start. See, those are gonna be just fine. That's it. The 2 inches is perfect on this. So I just have to get that in the spot. So now I've got to decide which way we're gonna have out. So when the trains come through, it's the neatest part of the detailing. I think I'm gonna put them. No, it's gonna have to go this way.
Great Northern asks if you have a Facebook page.
Do we have? Yes, we do have a Facebook page.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it. I had to add it to our profile. I may go do that. Thanks for reminding me, Great Northern.
Yeah, in
I've been needing
fact,
to
we
do it.
post a lot of what we're doing here on there. When we got done with the Artemis Center, I posted a bunch of pictures up on a lot of the model groups on Facebook that I'm a member of, and boy, people just went crazy over it. So that was really kind of nice.
Josh says, okay, thanks. And what's going to be on that thing that you're working on?
This is what goes over the tracks. We're going to have our station right here, and the other Artemis Tower is going to be about right here. I just didn't have a lot of support on it, so today we're working on the supports. This is only going to take me about another hour to do this, and then we'll put it in place, put everything back in place, and then we'll run some trains.
I'm going to go do that.
Okay. So what I'm going to try to do here is make sure these are kind of straight up and down while they dry and perpendicular to the other beams. I got a little bit of play room with it. Yeah, when I get it in there, I can bend it just a little bit. Shouldn't be that big a deal to do. Got to make sure those ends are pretty flush. Yeah, it needs to go back just a little bit like that. Okay. And we'll get everything lined up when I take it back over. I really hope I have my measurements right. And what I'll do is I'll put one right in here just to start bracing things up so I get stuff lined up a little better. These out of the way right here. think I'll put this one in right here, and then maybe this one. Easier, do it like this. The easiest thing to do is if I did it upside down, but then I'd lose my marks. But I could probably transfer those without any problem. I may wind up doing that if this winds up really being a pain to do. Oh, you have linked our Facebook already? Oh, okay.
So it's on our main channel.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna flip this over. It would just be so much easier to do if I did. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna transfer the marks. Okay, so let's see here. Not breaking anything off. Gonna. I'm just lining up what I see on the sides here. And that way I can get everything straight up and down too. This will make things a lot better. I just didn't want to have to do it this way. I was hoping I could do it the other way, but it's just I can't get things in there. Here are the trash trucks out there. We missed trash today because usually our city, any holiday that the post office doesn't run, we don't get trash pickup, and then everything's a day behind. So, and we thought it was going to be, since we didn't have mail on Monday, we didn't think we were going to have it today. But
Great Northern says I followed your Facebook page.
oh well, thank you. Great Northern said he followed our Facebook page. Now, do you have the Facebook page, the real one with the right name, or do you have the old one?
No,
The real one? Okay. Okay. Here. Here. And then here. And here. Okay. There we go. Oh, yep, I can see all those marks really well. Now we'll just spin this around, throw this like this, get the tape out so nothing sticks. Those two actually dried up pretty good. I'll be able to really get them now. Nice. Okay. So where did the one go that I was working with? I must have just tossed it back in the pile. Now I don't have to use the needle nose. Make sure I make them go in the same way. Okay. Oh, there it is. Only hard part is seeing the pencil lines on this PLA. And then I'll paint this whole thing the same color as what you see here that's already painted, this kind of a, it's kind of, it used to be called on Krylon Ruddy Brown Primer. I've used it for lots of things like this. So I'll wind up using it again on this, painting this the entire thing. Yeah, now that I have it this way, this shouldn't take too long to do, and we can set it back in place, test fit everything. Any that are wrong, I can break off and reset, and we'll be good to go. Looks like a roundhouse almost. That's what it looks like with this curve. But this is just my support for my upper area. the park, the station, the part of the Artemis, all that. Those are doing really good as far as bringing it through. I'm hoping that I'm keeping these in the right spot. I should just go ahead and do this real quick on the ends, otherwise I'm going to forget one, put glue on, and then I'm going to have one that's going to wobble. So let's just go ahead and do all this. I don't know if I did enough. Oh, I don't have enough. That's okay, because I'm going to come back in and put these in anyway, so I'll just make sure it's heavy down at this end because of the tower. And we'll do these when I do those. So I'll take it back off again one last time, and we'll be good to go. Okay, well, let's do it. This is such a good glue. I like it as much as I like that tester stuff for regular plastic. This does everything you need for PLA. Nice. And it's kind of moving along okay. As long as I'm within this little area right here, I should be within a good 1/8 to a 16th, well, within the 16th to an 1/8 of an inch clearance on everything. There is a little room between the road bed. They're all looking like. Somebody asked if I've ever got my finger stuck with glue. Yes, I was having a heck of a time with it on Sunday. That was I was gluing myself to the building and having a great time. But usually not. If I need to, I'll put, when I do these areas here, I might put a few more supports on this back area right here, but I don't know if I'll need to do that or not. We'll see. This one's kind of a funky one, so I'm gonna put this guy way over here. And once the building gets on here, this is all gonna even itself out, level itself, everything. So it'll be good. You can see you're having an issue right here. This is where it was pushing down in. But once the weight's on the top, it'll all be nice and even. So I watched a great old movie yesterday. It was on Prime. We get that because of all that we order and stuff. Paint Your Wagon from the 1970s. It was a musical. When we lived back in Albuquerque, we had 2 hot air balloons. My folks did them. They were both pilots. And they named their balloons after one of the songs in the movie. So I try to watch like once a year or so. So the Wandering Star is the name of the with the name of the balloons and the sound and the good grief, that does not look right. I think that one's gonna be off. Name of the song and the balloons, and so it's a great musical. My wife thinks it's absolutely hilarious that I know all the lyrics to it. I'll sit and sing along with the movie. It's got Clint Eastwood and Lee Marvin in it. You can think of those two guys singing. I would never in a million years have thought they would have been in a musical, but they are. Clint Eastwood sings this really strange song called "I Talk to the Trees, but they don't listen to me." So I know the lyrics, all of that. We were just watching that, and yes, and having a good time. So it was a good 2 hour trip down memory lane. We used to do the hot air balloon fiestas in Albuquerque every year for like 10 years. So that was definitely an interesting time to grow up. I'm gonna push out here just a little bit. There we go. There. Now, I don't know which one's wrong. I think now that I'm looking at it, it's kind of a combo. I don't think there's enough room here. We'll see when we set it down. I think this one has to go out, and this one has to come in. So we'll see. Could be on my when I put the foam down. It could just be the way I laid the foam. So having a hard time in that on that curve. So we'll see. I may be fine. All right. I think since I only have what I got 3 left, so I'll put the 2 down here at the end, and I think I'll put 1 right here. That way, that end will be kind of supported. Don't be embarrassed too much. I'll just go over and set it in place real quick while taking the camera over and see did a good job or if I did a garbage job before taking it over and letting you guys see it. This is what I'll have to really check today is we'll run the trains under here, make sure I got clearances with these beams for those longer, wider cars. Oh, well, yeah, because I have talked about Omaha. We lived in Omaha for 10 years. But born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So, yeah. So that's probably where you got that from. So it's not inaccurate. My son was born in Omaha, so he is from Omaha. So actually, it's partially true. But I was born and raised in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Almost. Like I said, I'll just go set this in place, see how we're doing. Boy, they're standing up beautifully. 90-degree angles up off that. So this was actually the way to do this. I just should have done this to start off with, and you know how it goes. But now I'll put it over there and it'll be total garbage. It won't line up or anything, I'm sure. I think I'll do the one that's a little further out here. So it'll level this one further on along the way. I'll make it easier to line up between the tracks later when I put the others in. Great place to live if you're good with Omaha? Yeah. Yeah, you definitely get, boy, you get the ice, man. It comes off those Rockies, rolls through those plains, slams into you. They were really dry this year. I've been watching Virtual Rail, and they put that new camera up in Lincoln, Nebraska there, not far from, that's 40 miles from Omaha, 45 miles from Omaha. And they've been getting nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I think we've gotten more over here this year than they got. All right, well, I'm setting that up. I'm going to see, is this guy the same size height as these? They are. I lost one of these, so I'm going to go ahead and re-glue him right here. I'm not sure. Well, this did fall off about 2 weeks ago, and I had to do some repair work, and I don't know where this went in my disaster of a floor. So I'll just go ahead and put this guy right back here.
Great Northern says we have a heat. We have had a heat wave. It's over though, like snow.
Yeah. Great Northern said they had a heat wave. We are too. We're right in the middle of it today. We got 62 degrees here. What you're getting there, we get starting tomorrow. We're dropping back down to the mid 30s, and we're getting snow as well. So it was nice while it lasted. But then I saw next week it's going to be back in the mid 40s. I can deal with the mid 40s. That's fine. And it can snow all it wants to. I don't care about the snow. It's the cold. So as long as we don't have a polar vortex and if we're just getting snow, I'm fine with that. I wonder if this thing is just. I think I've got to file this in. The old glue on here is not allowing it to stick. So as long as we don't have those polars, I'm okay. Maybe that's why this one busted off, is I didn't have it really glued well here to begin with.
It says what we call fake spring for first
spring. Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a fake spring. I'm sure we're going to have enough winter left. And I was talking about that with the family. I'm just not ready for spring yet. I don't want the cold, but I was saying I wouldn't mind a couple of small snowstorms where we get 2-3 inches of snow before the season's out. I'd be fine with that. All right, so I'm going to clean this up, get all the glue off of this, because we're ready to go test fit this. And keep your fingers crossed that I got it in, everything in the right spot. I think these two are going to have to be corrected, though. We'll see here. So I'm not going to change the camera until I've got make sure that it fits, because I'm probably going to have to come back here. So just give me just a sec while I go do this, and you'll see the whole thing here in just a minute.
Josh says you don't want any derailment underneath that when you run the train.
Definitely not. Yeah, we don't want any derailments under here. So that's why I'm going to check everything, make sure everything is good. Clearances are good, and then we'll test clearances today before I start putting the buildings back on top. Just to make sure that it'll all be all right.
Great Northern asks, do you have a favorite online hobby shop? Comparing prices on the stuff, I need to build a track plan. Coming in around $225.
Favorite online shop? Not in particular. I just type in, and I just, when I'm looking for something, I'll just type in what I'm looking for, and I'll hit the shopping icon, and I'll see what's there. And because we've ordered from a variety of places, I don't have any particular place. Yes, No Name City is from Painter Wagon. Somebody asked if that's where that song is from, and it is. All right, I'm going to put this up, and we're going to see here. Cross your fingers, cross your fingers, cross your fingers, and we'll see how it does. Got to get everything right in place, because we're not in place right now. Come out a little bit. Got to come over a little bit. Okay, so that's got to come way in. All right, so I'm definitely hanging on something. What am I hanging on? Ooh, ones that I wasn't even thinking I was hanging on. So I have got to bring all of those back ones in. The inside one is fine. The back one, they all have to come in a ways. Interesting. Okay, so I got to bring them in probably about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Inside ones are okay. So that means I'll have to clean everything up. Yeah, because it's not fitting back into where my original spots were. I have. Okay. There's no point in trying to make it fit. It's not going to fit. So what I got to do. Okay, so where we're having problems, well, not you guys, I'm having problems. Where I'm having problems is this outer line. These all have to come in a ways. So I'll have to pull these off, and then I'll have to. I already answered that. Yep. Yep. All right. Get the glue off the end here. And every one of these has to come in a little ways. Now the problem is, here's how I'm doing this. I'm popping these. That's just lovely. There we go. So let's try this. Move this in a little ways. Let's see here. Goes this way. We're gonna have to come into about right here. We'll give that a try. See if that'll do it. They're all gonna come in about 1/8 of an inch. Like I said, this inside one's doing fine. This inside track. The outside definitely is not. Okay. Now let's see here. Yeah, man. Well, that's why I'm doing this now before it completely sets. If I was trying to break these off a little later, I'd break the beams. That's how good this glue is. So these are going to have to come into about right here. Doesn't seem like much space to get tracked through, but I mean, we are talking about in scale, so I guess I'm all right. So yes, Crochet Lady, you're right on all those about the thing. So if you want to see it, it is on Prime. Yeah, you're gonna have to get going here in about 5 minutes. You better start getting ready. I'll start keeping track more of these comments. But I'm almost got this, so we're doing all right. So everybody, bear with me. I will get your comments as we go. Just you'll have to give me a little bit of time. What's up?
Yeah. No, I'm just coming to say goodbye. Bye, everyone.
We're not going off. He's just leaving to head to college. So
Yep.
I will still be here building.
Yeah.
So
Well, enjoy the rest of the stream, everyone. It was nice talking with y'all.
yeah, we're gonna once we get this done, we'll be hanging out here for a little while we talk on it.
Thanks, Josh, and thank you, Great Northern and Crochet Lady. Yeah, at least there is good weather.
Yeah, just windy.
Yeah.
Windy today.
Yeah, really surprising.
Yeah. So and he's got a Equinox, which is a little more high profile, so buffets him around pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'll see you all in the comments in the next live stream.
Friday.
Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah.
We're good.
Alrighty.
He goes to a college that's about 45 minutes away. He has to take interstate for part of it and back highway for the other part. But it saved half. By doing it this way, it saves half his tuition. By just staying here doing that.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, saves about 7,000-8,000 a year. Okay, almost got all this corrected. I'm just kind of guessing at it, so I'm really hoping I have it right this time. I don't, if I'm close enough, I'll dig out whatever I have to dig out on the layout itself at this stage to get all of this to work. I have to get landscape material dug out anyway. There's some rocks and stuff in between that were raising things up a little bit, so. Definitely takes off a chunk of plastic with it when it goes. It's just, this glue is so strong, the plastic gives way before the glue gives. So I've got to be really careful when I'm pulling these off of here. Some of them weren't off by much, less than 1/8 of an inch. So I'm just trying to adjust here myself. These were off. Yeah. I really hope this was supposed to be moved in. I couldn't remember. I can't remember on these last two, but I think so. And I looked at them over there, and they were pretty much straight up and down. So this guy right here needs to go back just a little bit. There we go. Okay. All right, I'll go test this one more time, and then we'll see. Then it'll be a matter of just digging out the material, and I can leave the camera over there while I'm doing that. We'll run some trains under and see how the clearances are. Okay? Everything all right? Okay. Get everything packed up? All right. So clean this up again. Do it every time, even if I got to come back and do more. So I don't get those problems. Okay. All right. Let's go see. I'll bring the camera over if I don't have to come back. Cross your fingers. Ooh. I think. Well, that one. 1, 2, 3. Third one in. It's the last one. Everything else is fine. Okay. So those ones I was telling you guys about that I thought I was going to have issues with, I'm having issues with. So it's this guy right here. It's got to go the other way. Yep, hold your breath. Yeah. Brought it in, I just had to take it out on the other. It did look a little too narrow, so that's just on me. I should have just corrected it a little bit when I corrected the other one. This is going to take much. Just about that much, right? Just about the width of the beam. Like I said, then I'll make marks on the landscaping, and we'll dig the landscaping out, at least get the rocks off. So they'll just be sitting on the flat earth. That should do it. It actually looks more natural with all the rest of these now as far as the clearances go. Except for that one. That one looks like it's in a little bit, but it looked fine over there on the tracks. So I think I'm just going to leave that. And we'll see. Trying to go down the stairs, so he is off. Short day though. He'll be back. Classes end about 3:15. So he only has to go over from 12:30 to 3:15 today. So we'll see him back here by about 4. All right. I think we got it. I hope. All right. Again, just lining up. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That one's not too bad. The other one I thought there might be. I just said it might need to have gone out a little bit. Well, it probably has to go out a little bit. So I might just as well go ahead and do both of those. All right, the two closest. Make sure again. Yes. The two closest to the opening. Okay. All right, so those are the two I was talking about are a bit of an issue. This one and this one, they've got to go that way just a little bit. You can actually see it. It's narrow. Good grief. Like I said, this glue is fantastic because I know my big skyscrapers are going to be great. Heaven to Betsy. That's insane. Doesn't have to go much, just a tiny bit. It was just to clear the, we're just trying to clear the Woodland Scenics roadbed is all I'm trying to clear at this point. Maybe just a little bit more. That doesn't look like it changed much at all. Right there. That's better. And then we'll set the buildings on top to get it to weight down. I think here. Wait a minute. Did I do the wrong one? Was I supposed to do this one? Oh, for heaven's sakes. Yes, they were the inside ones. Fortunately, I had a lot of room there, so that didn't make any difference at all on those that were what I just did. So, the second one in and that one in. The inside ones. Well, no, that's what I did. That's what I did with that one. So it's this one. I didn't go far enough with that one. That's why it's looking odd. Hey, everyone that's joining us. Hey, Josh. Yeah, a very strong glue. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I hope we're going the right direction. This. I do believe so. So I've got to be pretty much on it with this because I have the next step is going to be putting the passenger platforms between these beams. That has yet to happen. So, all right, we're going to go this way. That'll be just cutting styrene and making a custom fit. I think this one has got just a little bit more. Or I'm going the entire wrong direction. I don't know. We'll see. This is right. I'm trying to draw. I'm pretty sure I have to be drawing it in towards the side. Okay. All right. Let's go see. It's getting down to just like little bits now. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just got to get it right back in place where it's supposed to be. There we go. That's all good. Nothing's on any of the road bed. Okay. All right. So we'll get the camera over here. We're pretty good. I'm just getting the final fitting here for it. There. Okay. So grab the camera. All right. So what I was dealing with, oops. Okay. So what I was dealing with was getting these between these tracks right here. So I was having issues with this set right here, but those are all now on either side of the tracks with good clearances. So I think we're okay. I'm going to setting the station back on. Put this back where it was. Get this tipped up a little bit. Okay. All right, so let's see what happens now. That'll hold that down. That'll push it down onto the weight. Will just push down perfectly. Puts those beams straight down in here now with the weight. There we go. All right, that's fine. That's fine. That all looks good. That's about where that's going to go. All right, let's put the other one back on here and let it weight itself down too and see how it does. I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. So this goes right here, thereabouts. So I'll get all this weighted down and then we'll run some trains under and we'll just see what happens. I just kind of want to have this in place where it needs to be, so I'm kind of right where we're supposed to be with it. I think that's pretty good. Maybe back just a little bit. Okay. Distance from that corner to that corner is about right. Okay. So now we'll set much better. Okay, yeah. That pushed it right down on that. Pull that this way just a little bit. There. Okay. So that's good. Where's the rest of this? Here it is. Put this up here. Like I said before, it's like stacking Lincoln logs on here. All right, that's pretty good. Final trim piece. Yeah, that's going to give me the support I need. That's perfect. I don't have to worry about these things bowing anymore. Okay, get the top pieces here. Okay. Hold my breath a lot. Just to make sure. There we go. Okay. Okay. All right, so I'm going to back the, well, actually, we'll just leave that right there while I test the trains through it. All right, so we'll get this off. We'll do all three one at a time. Okay, so I want to be able to check everything slowly. All right, so let's start with, I don't know, whichever one's plugged in. And that'll be what? Not on. Okay. What's the deal here? Which one this is? Which one I hooked up to? Oh, I hooked up the far track. There we go. Track's a little dirty. I gotta get some stuff clean. Okay, this will be a good one. This is gonna be, we're gonna be coming in right here. So this is, we got some big cars on this. We got auto racks and container cars. So we shall see what's gonna happen here. Yeah, that's definitely, I'm gonna have to do some cleaning back here. All right, I'm gonna go a little slower because I don't wanna. Ooh, boy, oh boy. That's close. I don't even think there was a 16th of an inch clearance on the auto carriers. Going through, we'll check it here and we'll see. All right, here we go. Wow. Well, it makes it. We'll try another time around. So that's the biggest that I'll ever have on here. So that should be okay then on that track anyway. There it comes. Wow. Well, I'm glad I moved those then. Otherwise, we'd have had a real problem. I'd have been scraping cars. Well, it looks like if I can handle these, I can handle the short ones without any problem. Yes, it really was cutting it close here. And I shouldn't have a problem with expansion and contraction once I get the road bed down. Uh, these have just, they've stayed straight, they're perfect, everything is fine with them. So this is why I'm trying to get this done. I want to get the loading passenger platforms in here, and then I can start putting all the road bed down, which will take care of all of that. Because everywhere I've got road bed, there's no issues with the stuff moving. Yeah, we're good. Okay. All right, let's try one of the other tracks. I'm gonna I'm gonna take one of the auto carriers, I think, and since it's the closest, and I think I'll put it on the back end of each one of these other trains as I go through, just to make sure I can clear the inside and outside on those. I know it'll clear the smaller cars, but we're just gonna see how it'll do on these. All right. We'll start with the middle track. Okay, so middle track is this one. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna go nice and easy so I can kick it off immediately if I have to. Well, that's pretty tight already, and those are just hoppers. Come on. Caught on something? Just dirty track, dirty track. Oh, hit that one. Okay, so that one's gonna have to be corrected. I'm gonna get a pencil here. So I make a mark here. I know this one's gonna come this way. Guess I shouldn't look at the buildings. See if that did it. I don't know how far. Well, it's still within my clearances. Well, I had my marks originally. Nope, that'd be spread apart. Okay, so I've got it marked, so that'll be fine. So I can take care of that. All right. It's just this guy right here. It needs to come out. It's like about 1/8 of an inch, thereabouts. Okay. That's funny. I stopped working on them here. I should just come on back in here and finish these other two up. So I'll stop that one and I'll check this inside one. The inside one should be okay because it only has beams on one side. I'm just wondering if I even need 2 sets of beams right there. I might not. I only might need this set of beams right here. I was just putting those in for extra, but I don't think I really am going to need them. We'll see. All right, we'll check this other one. Hello, Willow. All right, so let's just try this let's try this last one, the inner track, and we'll see what happens with that. I'm thinking that if I take that level, that one out, this set out, or maybe every other, maybe if I only do every other one. I don't know. Let's see here. Just thinking in my head, everybody. Just give me a sec here. I'm just problem solving at this stage. Okay, let's give this a shot. Okay. I hooked up the wrong power leads. Okay. Give that a shot now. We'll see how this does right here. Don't think there's really anything that's really going to cause much of an issue. Maybe that one. It's tight, but it's all right on the inside. This is just going to be the hard one to do, the middle track. I mean, we're threading the needle there, basically. So, what? Oh. Heard something over here. I had some bits of a building sitting on the track partially. Did I derail? No, okay. All right, let's go a little quicker and let's see what happens here. Well, that's a container car, which is one of the ones that's a little longer, so it did all right. Well, that's all right. It's that middle track. And the only one I had a problem with on the middle track was an auto rack. So, do I leave them on there and just make sure I never run anything as long as an auto rack on the middle? But the other problem I have with that is going to be the Bombardier cars are really long too. So I'm not sure. Well, we're glad you joined us, Josh. Hope you have a good rest of the day. I'm going to put this right here so I can now keep track of comments. I'm just going to let this thing come around. So I don't know what to do. If I just take this beam out right here, that's the one that was causing the problems. And I don't know if I was to bring it over, if I start causing problems on this track. So it just could be the way the track and the roadbed is set up under there, where it's a little tighter in that spot. I might just need to take that one out. Everything else seems to be operating correctly. We're sailing through there fairly good. I mean, it's tight right here. You can see it when it's coming out how close it is right there. But this is also probably the biggest of the engines I'll be running. I mean, this is an SD70 ACE 6-axle, so it's really pretty close. Huh. And again, like I was saying, do I really need these right here? Because I have these right here, and I clear that without any problem. It's just this inner track. That is pretty close coming right there. And that would give me a little bit of room. I could push things back just a little bit. Well, I wouldn't be fighting with this between the tracks. Oh, what to do about that? I don't know. So where those passenger cars are going to be really long. I just don't know. I'm thinking I just probably need to get rid of them. Is what I'm thinking. Because see, a lot of the wobble and a lot of the give that I have that I'm dealing with right now is going to go away when I glue the big piece of styrene. I've got a big sheet. I'll show you a small piece of it, but I've got a big sheet of this stuff right here. It's going to be a big one that's bigger, that's going to go across the whole thing. It'll be a single sheet, so it's going to be sturdy as all get out. I think I may just get rid of this one. I'm going to get rid of this one. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of that inside set so I don't have to worry about it. I can set that one up. I can clear all the passenger cars I'm going to run. Like I said, all I really needed was this for the support right here for underneath the middle of the building. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, decisions. So I do believe that's the best decision for this situation. Because really, it looks kind of goofy having this anyway. If I didn't have one here, we don't have one on each side of the track, so it's kind of weird having it. It looks like that's all to this end, and I'm forgetting about that side. Whereas if I took this off, this almost splits the distance right there between here and here. So it would look more natural having just a beam right there. And it'll make things a lot easier too underneath with the passenger loading platforms. Because I've been thinking about only having this track and this track dedicated to passenger service, not the outside. Outside is going to just be freight. So I'm really only going to be putting the platform probably between just these two. What is this? Between these two tracks right here, this track and this track, the platform right here. So if I didn't have these here, it'd make things a lot simpler to put the passenger loading platform just stretching between this track and this track right here at that level. So I think maybe that'll be what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Okay. So I'm not going to do it right now. It's going to take the whole building apart, take it off, and to do all that, I'll just let this run. It's running fine the way it is right now. So I'll just let this I'll just let this run for right now. Yeah. So I think that's what I'll do. Oh. I got to notice that those cars are coming in. They got shipped yesterday. So those auto train cars that I was talking about, they should be here. It's looking like Thursday or Friday, tomorrow or Friday at the latest. So we might be able to show those at the next live stream. Nope, I'm not worried about height clearance. Appreciate the comment on that, but actually, even with the tallest car, we've got about a 1/4 inch height clearance. That's the container cars and the auto rack. So we're fine right there on the clearance. And it can't go any lower than this because these are 2 inches, which is exactly the height of this right here. So it's the same. So I'm good on that. So I think I might just what I may wind up doing is no, I don't even need to do that. I think we're going to be good just with the one set of I-beams supports. Because I don't want to have any derailments out of there because it'd be hard for me to get it out without taking everything apart to get to it. So I think I just, for ease of mind, knowing that I don't have to worry about it, I think I'll just go with that set. Okay. Yeah. I'm just watching it go by. It's pretty tight right here with the engine when it comes through right there anyway. So yeah, we'll just get rid of that set and I'll just go with the one, that far set, and then that'll solve all the problems. And the other thing I could do too is I could actually add an extra I-beam going across as well. I could put one here, there, just stand it to where I've got more strength that way. But then I'd have to cut all those little cross pieces out that I did. So I think I'm just going to go with what I've got. I'm just going to take that one set out and then just call it quits with it. You won't be able to tell, especially once I get that plastic built up, this base on top right here, I'll get that taken care of. So I think that'll be fine. Okay. Well, this is kind of a frustrating day, but it's going to work itself out. It's been a frustrating several days since about last Thursday. So I'm not sure. I may need to take a break for a little bit. Because I'm really pushing hard on these to get these ones that we're going to put up for sale, the extra set that we're going to put up for sale at the train shop. I've been really pushing hard on those. We've just been printing and printing and printing and sanding and grinding and all that kind of stuff. So I do believe I'm going to clean track today, though, and clean the wheels on the engines. Get things operation. Now that I'm kind of done with the testing phase, I think I'll do that. Yeah, that's going to be the hard part, is keeping these tracks underneath here clean. I'll get a track cleaning car for just those areas. I think I'll back this out just a little bit and visit for just a little while. And then I may call it quits for today. Just take a day, My head's hurting where I hit it on the underside of that cross through. So let me see, I'll set it up over here. You can see the whole of the downtown. See which track we're in. Okay, we're on that track. There we go. That's got that whole track and area in there. So you can see how that thing looks. It looks pretty good, but the better angle though, it's like this really is over here. We can kind of get to see all of them together like that, plus coming at you. So that looks pretty good. Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll just let that run for a little bit. Yeah, I can already see right here, looking at it from this angle, it definitely would be better getting rid of that one set of beams that are, of the two gray beams, rows, definitely that middle set, that one to the right of the two, between the red beam and the far left beam, get rid of that one right in the middle, that whole row right there. That's really tight. Yeah, I'm not going to clear those Bombardier cars at all with that. So, and I want to run a bunch of those. I think we'll just go with that. So again, like we said, this weekend we'll be doing, oh, that's going to be a long live stream this weekend. We'll be doing the live stream from the Madison, the Mad City Train Show. That'll be a good, really good live stream. Because they're going to have the, like I said, been talking about, they're going to have the manufacturers there, and Gabe will go and talk to everybody and he'll handle the live stream. So you guys can ask questions if you want. I know we'll be picking up a bunch of new videos at that one. So again, if you guys have liked these, please do like and subscribe. We're building towards the 5,000 subscribers. It'd be nice if we could hit that by a little, end of, about middle of March, I would say, something like that. We don't have too far to go. Yes, thank you, Crochet Lady. I think that looks pretty good coming through there. Once we start painting everything. Oh, in case you weren't here with us earlier, the shelf is now gone from up here. So I just have to do a little bit of patching right here and here. And then we're going to go pick out a nice, really, really super pale blue paint that we'll go ahead and even though that won't be the final finish, we'll go ahead and paint those back walls. The live stream will probably be starting like 10 o'clock on Sunday. We always go to the second day because it's always a little more calm. Not nearly as many families and kids running around. So I always try to be conscious when we're filming and doing stuff that we try to catch as few kids in the streams as possible. So they enjoy it and they're not trying to fight around us too. And that way when I'm making videos on the layouts, I don't have to worry about them running in front of me. And I don't have to worry about working around them. I always do work around them easily. I just go over the top of them. They don't hardly even know I'm there when I'm filming. So, but we just try to make it to where it's not that big a deal. We're not that intrusive for the public. So we will start about 10 o'clock in the morning. And the last time we did the live stream, you can see our past live stream if you want when we did Train Town. That was just a spur of the moment thing we did right at the last, and we had a lot of people come and watch. So if you go back through our live streams, you'll probably see the, not Train Town, Train Fest. You'll see the Train Fest feed. That would be back around, let's see, probably put it up back around November of last year. So if you go look at that, you'll see how we handle doing the live streams. And we've gotten better with our filming since then. So this live stream should be a lot better than that one. So that'll be something for you to take a look at if you want to get prepped for this one. Plus, we've got a couple of layout tours that will be going up this week. We do a walk around of some layouts like we did on the one that was up at the library in Janesville. So we will be doing those. We're putting, I think, one up tomorrow. I don't know which one we're going to choose to go up next, but we will be putting up a nice layout walk around, a club layout walk around. So that should be a good one to watch. Let's see. I need to get a TV mounted in my train room. Yeah. Should be able to watch a decent amount on Saturday. Yep. But we'll be doing it Sunday. Sunday morning at 10 a.m. If I said Saturday, I'm mistake. I had a bit of a mistake, but we will be doing it Sunday morning at 10 a.m. So once we get these extra 3 done that we're in the process of printing right now, we'll get those out of the way. We're going to start working on the Alexandria Hotel, which is going to go right here where the tablet is. It's going to be a tall one, taller than this guy, and it'll be coming up right here in this area. So I kind of had to get that shelf out of there anyway because I probably would have been butting up to it, and it would have just been really too close. So it was just a necessity to get that shelf out at this point. So like I said, next up will be to do some good cleaning here, get track cleaned, start working on more ballasting. I'll probably be doing that. I may be doing some ballasting on Friday. I've got and track painting. Over here, all of this new track that we put in, starting right here on this inner curve all the way around, it all has to be painted. It's still the black, so I need to get it painted. I'm not going to take it up to paint it. I'm just going to paint it in place. So once we get that done, then I can start ballasting that area. I'd like to start working that whole wall section over there and get that ballasted. So maybe on Friday we'll paint that. It dries pretty fast. So I could probably, I can start ballasting the back 2 tracks while that's drying. So I'd like to just go ahead and start bringing that around and getting that all finished up on Friday. I'm probably not going to do a whole lot in here tomorrow, just take a little bit of a break because we'll just keep printing. Tomorrow we have to print 5 of the face sections on the Artemis buildings. So we've got to print, as you can see here, this has got 2 face sections right here. It's got 1 here and 1 here. This one has 3. It's got 1, 2, 3. So we need to print, we already have the bottom face on all of them. So I need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to print 5 face sections tomorrow. So that they take about 2.5 hours a piece. So that'll be the better part of over 12 hours tomorrow, doing all that printing. So we'll start that probably about 8 o'clock in the morning, and we'll print all the way through. Gabe's going to go see his grandmother tomorrow. They got some things planned. They're going to go have a nice time, get a bunch of errands run for her and stuff. And so he's been getting all of his homework done, get it all finished up so he can take tomorrow off. So he's going to go spend some time with her, and he's a good kid. I got to tell you guys, he's something else. I'm very proud of him, and as you guys probably can tell by the way I talk, he and I talk when we're together in here, and I couldn't have somebody better to be working with on this whole project. So just giving him a shout out since he's not here. He's not gonna see it. He's not gonna see it. Well, thank you. A lot of it's him. We had him tested because he was so agitated in school, and we couldn't figure out why when he was in grade school. So we had him tested when he was really young. And when he was in, I think it was first grade, we had him tested, and he had an IQ of 159. And he has just gotten all kinds of accolades over the years and things with what he's done in school. And so it's both college students. Excellent. Yep. It's you just give them the support they need and everything works out. So we're pretty proud of the fellow and what he's chosen to go into for his degree. I think is perfect for him with his temperament. Thank you. Hey Debbie, hi, how are you? Yeah, it's good to get them tested to find out where they're sitting to see where you as a parent need to help out or ease up because we always just kind of thought it was just bad attitude, but it wasn't. It was just he was bored to death in school. And then he wound up getting some excellent teachers at the elementary that he was going to that we explained the situation, and they really tailored how they handled him, giving him harder stuff to do that kept him occupied, and but still fun. And it's good to find out. So if you have the ability, it's always good to find out where they're at, young in life, so you know how to adjust. And we did. And like I said, he's just got a heck of a temperament. He's just so easygoing. I think he's going to make a great psychologist. That's what he's going for. He'll be able. People just love talking to him, and I mean, he's been hearing people's problems and everything since he was young, anyway, because people just love to talk to him. So might as well get paid to do it. Oh, excellent. About the law degree and studying psychology. Excellent. Yep. Yeah, Gabe's staying straight all the way through for his doctorate. Um, he may slow up a little bit because he's really burning out. Because he's just he has his own office at the school. One of his professors gave it to him because of how good he is. So he already has a place where he can go. And he's just been pushing so hard. It's time to when he gets to his master's, I think we'll let him just kind of back off a little bit. If it takes him 3 years to get his master's, we'll let it go at that. And so he just doesn't get burnt out because then it's on to his doctorate. Yeah, Great Northern's going to have very proud of what he's got going with his daughters. They, uh, I think you said they were going. Great Northern, I think you said they were going there in Minnesota and Minneapolis to school. I think is what she said. That's a good idea. Well, she's already got a job, and get a little experience. Gabe, that's kind of why Gabe's going to go kind of part time. University of Minnesota. Okay, perfect. That's why Gabe's going to go part time because he's been talking to some of his professors, and they all said it'd be good if he got some volunteer practice work in. So we've been thinking about working with our church. We've got a lot of members that have got a lot of problems, and he's been thinking about just working through our church in the local community here once he has his bachelor's. Because he's getting a double major in his bachelor's. He's getting both the psychology and sociology. So he'll be qualified to just be able to talk with people, and so we'll work that out with the pastor at our church. Yeah, he's quite the guy. Like I said, though, he's burning out a little bit, so we're going to have to give him a bit of a break. So we're not going to push him hard after he gets his bachelor's done. I mean, I know he's going to keep working, and I know he'll get his doctorate, but if he doesn't until he's like 28, 29, that's perfectly fine too. He still has most of his life left to have a good time and help a lot of people. So yeah, I think next thing we're gonna do here is definitely gonna be more track work down here, and I think I'm gonna go get a little quart of paint. I'm gonna get, like I said, a very, very pale blue quart of paint, and I can make paint stretch a long ways. I've learned that over the years working on this house. It only took me 7 gallons to paint the entire exterior, and we have a 3-story house. So I can make a quart finish all the walls in here. So we'll work on that and get through. Yeah, that's the kid. That's the thing with the kids, though. They just want to push. But I'm afraid we just gotta make him slow up some. Just have to make him slow up some because he's his own worst critic. When he's writing papers and doing things for it, he'll perseverate on things so much that what takes like a normal kid in college like 2-3 days to write, he will go over and go over and go over and take him a week to do it. And so when he starts getting into the master's programs and the doctorates, if he doesn't kind of go at a little bit of a slower speed, I think it'll overwhelm him a little too much because of how much he puts into everything he does on it. So you got to make him slow down a little bit. So if you're able to, I hope you can. Hello, Gage Collective. Glad to see you. We're just doing a little running. We were working on that platform over there that the 3 buildings are near. That's where we were gluing this morning. We got a little frustrated with it, so I'm just taking a break, letting the trains run, and then we'll probably log off for the day because we'll have a long session on Friday because I've got a paint track, ballast track, all kinds of stuff on Friday. So thank you, Fresno Jason. Yeah, that corner is starting to really take shape now. Exactly. And I don't do that a lot. Sometimes you just got to sit back. When I'm in here, I hardly ever have a train running. It's always work, 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 work. So it's just always a project here, project there, and I just don't take time just to let them run around. And most of that is due, I only have 3 engines, so I don't want to get too much time on each individual engine until the layout is done, and then these things are burned out on me. So that's part of it as well. But I am going to start to build that Amtrak now, that auto train Amtrak. So I've just got to find a good deal on a couple of P-42s. You changed your profile logo. Oh, cool. Gabe probably would have noticed. I don't see the logos that much because I'm usually working and he's the one that monitors all this. So I'm not sure what it was versus what you have now. So I wouldn't have noticed the change. That's because I just hardly ever see the screen. Right now, this first time I really, not first time, but this is one of the few times I've actually sat behind the camera and visited while letting the trains run. So I apologize for not catching that. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but there's just not, Train Fest and Madison are just not places to find good rock bottom low deals. You can find good prices, but not the way I like to find prices. So I probably won't be until the train show in March. Although I did find some on Amazon that were fairly cheap, um, under $100 a piece for some really good ones. Your dad got scammed over a piece of art. Was he buying a print or an original or something? Oh, pass and print off as an original. Okay, I got you. Now, see, I'm an artist, and I've seen that firsthand. People that I've been up against doing the same thing. I never did. I always listed stuff as either originals or prints. I mean, this is that's one of my pieces of artwork back there in the corner. That's that I showed that last time we had the live stream. That's that PA out there in New Mexico. That's actually a print, and I've sold a lot of my originals, and I market them as originals, and I've sold a ton of prints and marketed those as prints. And there's some shady people out there. Um, there's a couple of artists that I'm not going to name them that actually just wound up just flat out stealing from people and not even sending artwork. So I'm not going to get into the legalities about that. I'm not going to name them. They've been written up enough online from other people. So you really got to watch yourself. That's a shame. So again, if you guys have liked this and you're new here, be sure to like and subscribe. Gabe tells me I don't put that in enough. I don't say that enough. He says, keep telling people, keep telling people. I try, but I don't like to be pushy about it. Never have been. So I will make him happy when he's reviewing live streams. So be sure to like and subscribe. We're trying to reach that 5,000 subscriber mark by like mid-March. 4 euros was up in your space with Zootopia. I know those days. Haven't had that issue in a long time. Now all I have is at night Gabe gets to rocking and rolling upstairs in the attic. We have a completely finished attic, and he's got a game area up there. He's got a big TV and the systems, and he's got the headsets and the VR and all that, and he and his buddies get to playing at night, and it's right over our bedroom, and boy, oh boy, some nights it is loud. But I don't say anything because that's the way he decompresses after a day, so I know he tries to keep it down, but he just has fun. Grab something to drink. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I thought I had something up here, but I didn't. I had to run downstairs. Let's see. I'll catch up with what we got here. Well, glad you were here, Gage. Sorry you're having to leave. Hope we see you on the next one. On Friday, we're having a build day. We're doing a lot of track work. I really want to get back to doing scenery. I'm sitting here looking at my rock wall. I missed working on stuff like that, so I may start the mountain that goes underneath next week. Well, I've been on for 2 hours, so this is kind of these are not the days I like. I don't feel like I got a lot accomplished in a 2 hour window. Excuse me. We got a lot of stuff printing in the other room, so that's good. But this just doesn't seem like a productive day today. Ooh, a quarry. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I understand how it is. Sometimes when you got a hard bit of scenery, you got to work on it. Uh, it's easy to put it off. So, but now I'm to the point I haven't done scenery in a long time, so I'd like to get back to doing some. It's all been track work and buildings. Well, I don't count buildings as scenery. So, we should have, like I said tonight, we should have a video up either tonight or tomorrow of that club layout walk around. I'm also going to do, I have another car review I want to get taken care of, and then I'll have that in-scale car review of the auto train coming up on Friday. And then probably next week we'll premiere those cars. I won't have an Amtrak engine to pull them, but we'll run them around the track with one of the engines just so you can see how those are going to look when we start really building the auto train. Oh, that'd be cool building a dozer. I understand. Yeah, you want to make sure, especially in a quarry, you want to make sure you get like those cut lines into the side of the hill done right, where like either the blasting or the uh, bucket is like gouging it out. We plan on having semi quarry in the mountain on the one side because I want to run a lot of cement hoppers. So I need to have stuff for gravel. Thank you. It seems like from appearances, it looks like you did a lot, but all I really did was glue 15 little beams on, of which I'm taking half off at the end anyway. So that's why it's kind of a waste for me, is it just didn't work out the way I wanted it. But that's all right. So actually, I think what I'm going to do is go have lunch. So we may do a little bit of a live stream tonight, later tonight, maybe. Just let the trains run a little bit. So I'm going to clean the track this afternoon, make sure everything's really back to operational. I'll test it this evening. So what I may do is just call it here for now, and then we may do something like around 8 or 9 o'clock Central Standard Time after I've got everything cleaned up so I can see how it's looking, check my engines, check their wheels, and then do some running and see how it all looks. And maybe by then, maybe this afternoon, if I'm feeling motivated again after this mess up this morning, as I'll have those beams cut out of there, and that way we can just kind of just run stuff and see how it goes. Good, yeah, finding construction equipment. There was a bunch. They had some in scale. They had a bunch of HO. Menards did this year, construction equipment from Caterpillar. I've got a bunch of their huge dump trucks for the quarry that I'm going to have my mine. I bought, I think, like 5 of those. So I'll just need to get a loader for them. But anyway, so if you guys want to, we'll let you know. about mid-afternoon when Gabe gets back, we'll see how tired he is, how much work he's got from school. But if we're just running, I can just sit behind the camera like this too and just let it run. So we may do that a little later this evening. Like I said, I'm going to really work on cleaning the track and getting things done and getting that cleared out from underneath there. So anyway, so I hope you guys, I'm still trying to get back in the swing of it since last Thursday. So I hope you guys have enjoyed today. And we will, like I said, we'll be back to doing ballasting and all that kind of stuff on Friday. And so, yeah, we may just, we'll see. So we'll let you guys know like a good 5-6 hours in advance if we're going to do it tonight. If there's no posting up about running tonight by like around 5, then that means we probably won't be. So let's see. Nope, this is N scale. Yes, thank you. You too. Have a good day. Like I said, I'm going to probably take a break for about an hour, hour and a half, and I'm going to try to get all this cleaned up completely and fixed before Gabe gets home. And that way we can decide whether we're going to do the live stream tonight or not. So, oh, cool. So I'm sorry you missed us here right at the end, but we will have another live stream coming up. So either later tonight or Friday for sure. And hopefully by then I'll be almost done with the Artemis project. So, all right, everybody. Well, take care. If you're getting ready to have lunch, have a good lunch. And we'll, like I said, we'll put a notice up probably like 5 or 6 o'clock this evening about this this afternoon or about tonight if we're going to. We probably will because I'm probably going to test. Might as well if you guys want to see me testing the engines on the tracks and everything, because then I'll get a bunch of, I'll get, at least 2 trains going at once. Just checking it out. So I'm going to get things really cleaned and done, and we'll go from there. So we'll see you guys either later this evening or we'll see you Friday. All right, talk to you guys later. Thanks again for watching.